To gain a first-hand experience of the SYN Flooding attack, we will launch the attack in our virtual machine environment. We have set up 3 VMs, one called user at 10.0.2.18, one called server at 10.0.2.17, and the other called attacker at 10.0.2.16. And our goal is to attack server, preventing it from accepting telnet connections from any host. Before the attack, we do a telnet from the user machine to server, and later we will check whether the SYN flooding attack affects any existing connections. But before launching the attack, we're going to check the situation of half-open connections on server, and we can use the netstat-tna command to do that. And the following result shows the outcome of the command, which in the state column, you can see that half-open connections are labeled SYN receive, and from the result, we see many listen states, indicating that some applications are waiting for TCP connection. But we can also see 2 established TCP connections, including a telnet connection. We don't see any half-open connections here, which in normal situations there shouldn't be that many. To launch a SYN flooding attack, we need to send out a large number of SYN packets, each with a random source IP address. And we'll use an existing tool to do that called SYN Flood, which is tool 76 in the NetWalks tools. For our attack, we're going to go after the 10.0.2.17 on the server telnet, which is listening at TCP port 23. So in order to execute our command, it needs to be executed from the root privilege, and the choice of raw for the -S means that the spoof is at the IPv4, IPv6 level as opposed to the link level. So after running this command for a while, we check the situation for half-open connections, again using the netstat command, and this time we see a completely different result. We only show a snippet, but clearly that there are a large number of half-open connections marked by SYN receive. These half-open connections are all targeting the port 23 of 10.0.2.17, and the IP source address looks quite random. Once the quantity of this type of connection reaches a certain threshold, the victim will not be able to receive and accept any new TCP connections. And to prove that the attack was successful, we make an attempt to telnet to the server, and the telnet client tried for a while before eventually giving up, and this is the result you typically get. So just as a quick overview of what a SYN flood attack might look like and the code that you may need to look for in the connections.